Students, today we will start chapter 2, The Kite Maker. This story is written by Ruskin Bond. It is an Indian author. Okay, let's start chapter 2. Before starting the chapter, I am telling you about the character of the story. There are two characters, Ali, a young boy, and Mahmood, his grandfather. In this story, we will study a Mahmood, a old person. In his young age, he used to make kites. He was famous for his art of kite making. Now in his old age, he thinks nowadays people are busy in earning and nobody has time for anyone and for neighbors. Nowadays all are busy and struggling in their life, and nowadays no one have interest to fly a kite. Students, let's see this picture. All of know this is a kite. I know that all of you enjoy flying kites. In Rajasthan, we fly kite on the occasion of Makar Sankranti, and in India we fly kites on many festivals at different places. Okay, now let's read a story, The Old Man and His Grandson. There was only one tree in that street known as Gali Ramnath, an ancient banyan that had grown through the cracks of an abundant mosque, and little Ali's kite had caught in its branches. The boy, barefoot and clad in torn clothes, ran along the cobbled stones of the narrow street to their back courtyard, where his grandfather sat nodding dreamily in the sunshine. So students, there was a street, and the name of this street was Gali Ramnath. In this street there was old banyan tree which had grown in deserted or empty mosque. Ali was flying a kite at that time. His kite was caught in the branches of banyan tree. Now Ali ran with barefoot. Students, you know barefoot? Barefoot means without shoes and slippers, and his shirt was also torn. He ran in the street which was covered by small stones towards his grandfather. His grandfather Mahmood, dreaming something, sat in the sunshine of back courtyard. Grandfather shouted, "The boy, my kite has gone." The boy shouted and told his grandfather that his kite had gone. The old man woke from his daydream with a start, and raising his head displayed a beard that would have been white had it not been dyed red with mehndi leaves. The grandfather paid attention to little boy. He raised his head. He had beard with dyed red with mehndi leaves. "Did the twine break?" he asked. "I know that kite twine is not what it used to be." "No, grandfather, the kite is stuck in the banyan tree." Grandfather asked that the thread twined with the kite. Grandfather said that if twine that you could it back with the twine. All of you know twine. जब पतंग की तन टूट जाती है तो हम उसे क्या कर लेते हैं, दोबारा जोड़ लेते हैं, तो जो पतंग है फ्लाई करने के लिए क्या हो जाती है, यूजफुल हो जाती है. बट बॉय डिनाइड फॉर इट. ही सेड द काइट कॉट इन द banyan tree. The old man chuckled. You have yet to learn how to fly a kite properly, my child. And I am too old to teach. I am too old to teach you. That is the pity of it. But you shall have another. It means the old man laughed quietly. Write the meaning of chuckled. Laughed quietly. So the old man laughed quietly. He said that still you don't know how to fly a kite. I could not teach you because I became too old. I felt regret for it. I could not help you fly kite, but I help you to give another kite to you. He had just finished making a new kite from bamboo paper and thin silk, and it lay in the sun firming up. So students, recently the grandfather made a kite of bamboo paper and thin silk. It is a solid kite, means could not tear easily. I will not lose this one, he said. This kite will fly kite a bird. He turned on his heels and skipped out of the courtyard. Ali said he flied this kite carefully and would not lose this kite. This was beautiful kite and flew like a bird and left the courtyard. The old man remembered a time when men flew kites and great battles were fought. The kites swirling and swooping in the sky, tangling with each other until the string of one was cut. Then the defeated were liberated. Kite would float away into the blue unknown. Mahmud recalled that once upon a time adults also have interest to fly kites. They fought for empty space in the sky. They tried to cut each other's kite, and when anyone cut the another's kite, they hooted and kite flown in the open area, that is the sky. Kite flying was then the sport of kings, and the old man remembered how the Nawab himself would come. Turn the page, students. Down to the riverside with his retinue to participate in this noble pastime. There was time then to spend an ideal hour with a gay dancing strip of paper. Now everyone hurried in a heat of hope, and delicate things like kite and daydreams were trembled underfoot. So students, first write the meaning of retinue. A group of assistants. So in older days, Nawab means kings also flew kites. He described that Nawab of his city also came to riverside with the team of officers and assistants. At that time, everyone wanted to pass the time by flying the kites. The old man said that nowadays everyone is busy in fueling his ambitions and to earn money to buy materialistic things. Due to this greeding, they crushed the kites under their feet. Means due to ambitions, they forgot to enjoy games like flying kites. He, Mahmud, the kite maker, had in the prime of his life been well known throughout the city. Some of his more elaborate kites once sold for as much as 3 or 4 rupees each. The old man named Mahmud already told you. You made beautiful kite, who was well-known kite maker, and he enjoyed publicity that he made a nice kite. Some people ready to give 3 or 4 rupees to his designed kites. Means he designed the kites very beautifully. It looked very pretty and nice. Everyone wanted to purchase kites which was made by Mahmud. At the request of the Nawab, he had once made a very special kind of kite, unlike any that had been seen in the district. It consisted of a series of small, very light paper discs trailing on a thin bamboo frame. To the end of each disc, he fixed a spring of grass, forming a balance on both sides. A fantastic face was painted on the surface with 2 eyes made of small mirrors. The kite looked like a crawling serpent. First, write down the meaning of serpent, a large snake. So students, once he made a special kite for Nawab because Nawab requested him to make, which was unique in the city. People had never seen before a kite like this. For making this kite, he used a thin and light paper. He made a frame of bamboo. He fixed a disc, means flat surface, on the frame of bamboo, and at the end of disc, he attached a plant stem for balancing the kite both sides. So students, he also painted a face on disc. Eyes were made by a small mirror, so the kite looks like a large snake. That is the meaning of serpent. Clear? Everyone had heard of the dragon kite that Mahmud had built, and word went around that it possessed supernatural powers. A large crowd assembled in the open to watch its first public launching in the presence of the Nawab. So students, everyone knew about the kite, and all they thought that it had supernatural power. At that time Mahmud flew the kite. All people gathered in the ground. At the first attempt, it refused to leave the ground. And then the wind came and the kite soared into the sky. As it went very high, it pulled fiercely on the twine, and Mahmud's young sons had to help him with the reel. But still the kite pulled, determined to be free, to break loose, to live a life of its own, and eventually it did so. So students, when Mahmud tried to fly the kite, finally wind came. Then kite flew high and high in the sky. Clear? It pulled twine and Mahmud's son also helped him. He also tried to manage to cut, but the thread of kite cut. So students, it became free. Clear? He did not make another like it, and instead he presented to the Nawab a musical kite, one that made a sound like a violin when it rose in the air. So students, he made another kite. It was a musical kite which made a sound of violin when flew in the sky. Those were more leisurely, more spacious days, but the Nawab had died years ago, and his descendants were almost as poor as Mahmud himself. Kind makers like poets once had their patrons, but today no one knew Mahmud simply because there were too many people in the gully, and they could not be bothered with their neighbors. So student, first write down the meaning of patrons, regular customers. So in this stanza, Mahmud said, nowadays I have lot of time to make kites, but he didn't have work for making kites. Nawab had died. So students, descendants means क्या होता है students? Descendants means होता है आने वाली पीढ़ी. जैसे आने वाली बच्चे जो कमिंग जनरेशन में, उसको बोलते डिसेंड्स. क्लियर? ओके. His coming generation means family become poor and did not have money to give artisans who got from Nawab. Listen, in old days generally king or student Nawab, both are same, gave some money or land to artist people like kite maker, poets, but descendants of Nawab also have poor, so they could not help to Mahmud. Mahmud was sad because in old days everybody knew Mahmud. In these days nobody know about Mahmud. All people were busy to their work. Nobody took tension and nobody bothered about who is living in the neighborhood. Clear, students? But there was this boy, his grandson. It was good that Mahmud's son worked close by for it. Gladdened the old man's heart to watch the small boy at play in the winter sunshine, growing under his eyes like young and well-nourished sapling, putting forth new leaves each day. There is a great affinity between trees and men. So students, meaning of affinity means connection, जो महमूद एंड उसके ग्रैंडसन के बीच में था. जैसे अली महमूद का क्या था, ग्रैंडसन था. So students, in this paragraph Mahmud said that my grandson gave me pleasure and he felt happy whenever he saw his little grandson. तो यहाँ पे जो महमूद है वो अपने ग्रैंडसन को किससे रिलेट कर रहा है? एक छोटे से पौधे से रिलेट कर रहा है जिसको नरिशमेंट चाहिए बढ़ने के लिए दिन पे दिन. Clear? So Ali played in sunshine as a small plant who want nourishment and growing day by day, like new leaves come out from plant. There is a similarity between trees and men. We grow at much the same pace. If we are not hurt or starved or cut down in our youth, we are resplendent creatures, and in our declining years we stoop a little, we remember, we stretch our brittle limbs in the sun, and then with a sigh we shed our last leaves. So students, Mahmud described that trees and men grow in same manner. Both grow rapidly. If nobody hurt them and become bright, and both became older, and both became reliable in the days of life. Trees shed their leaves and became only wood, and men also become बर्थलेस. तो यहाँ पे महमूद किससे रिलेट कर रहा है? ट्रीज एंड मैन को क्या कर रहा है? रिलेट कर रहा है. वो कह रहा है जब ट्रीज अपने पत्तों को क्या कर देता है, जब ट्रीज के पत्ते झड़ जाते हैं तो वो क्या रह जाती है? लकड़ी रह जाती है, लकड़ी बन जाती है. उसी तरीके से जो मैन है, मैन जैसे बूढ़ा हो गया तो वो क्या हो गया? बर्थलेस हो गया. क्लियर स्टूडेंट्स? The voices in the street grew fainter, and Mahmud wondered if he was going to fall asleep and dream, as he so often did, of a kite so beautiful and powerful that it would resemble the great white bird of the Hindus, Garud god Vishnu's famous steed. He would like to make a wonderful new kite for little Ali. He had nothing else to leave for the boy. So students, now the voice of the steed became low. It means he fall asleep and a seen dream, which is often dream, that he made a beautiful and powerful kite which looked like white bird like Ganun, which is carried by Vishnu. Students, Ganun, all of you know, it is a vahan of God Vishnu. So students, like a mouse is a vahan of Lord Ganesha, and lion is a vahan of माँ दुर्गा. सो वाहन मीन्स होता है जिस पर जो हमारे गॉड थे वो क्या करते थे? सवारी करते थे. क्लियर? सो महमूद एक ड्रीम देखता है कि वो ऐसी काइट बनाएगा विच इज लाइक इंस्टेड ऑफ गणून अ वाइट वर्ड. ही वांटेड टू make a very beautiful kite for Ali. He heard Ali's voice in the distance, but did not realize that he was calling him. The voice seemed to come from very far away. Ali was at the courtyard door asking if his mother had yet returned from the bazaar. When Mahmud did not answer, the boy came forward repeating his question. The sunlight was slanting across the old man's head, and a small white butterfly rested on his flowing beard. Mahmud was silent, and when Ali put his small brown hand on the old man's shoulder, he met with no response. The boy heard a faint sound like the rubbing of marbles in his pocket. So, students, he heard Ali's voice. It seemed Ali calling from distance. Ali was asking about his mother, but Ali did not get the answer from Mahmud. So he became too nearby Mahmud. He repeated his question again, but he saw that a butterfly resting on the beard of Mahmud. उसकी दाढ़ी पे क्या हो रही थी? बैठी हुई थी. Ali put his hand on Mahmud's shoulder. अली ने अपना हाथ किसके शोल्डर पे रखा? महमूद के. He did not get the response. उसे कोई भी आंसर नहीं मिला. So Ali put his hand on Mahmud's shoulder. He did not get the response. He heard the low sound of marbles which he kept in his pocket. Clear? Suddenly afraid. So Ali became afraid. Ali turned and moved to the door. He then ran down the street shouting for his mother. The butterfly left the old man's beard and flew to the mimosa tree, and a sudden gust of wind caught the torn kite and lifted it into the air, carrying it far above the struggling city into the blind blue sky. So, now Ali became afraid and ran towards the door and bent into the street and shouting for his mother. See in the picture? Okay? Butterfly which was on the beard of Mahmud's flew towards mimosa tree. कहाँ चली जाती है? mimosa tree पे, mimosa tree पर. Now at that time one more thing also happened. Due to sudden blow of the kite caught and turned blew high in the blue sky far away from busy cities and disappeared in the sky. कहाँ गायब हो गई वो पतंग? स्काई में गायब हो गई. Now students, here the writer wants to say that, राइटर क्या कहना चाह रहा है इस पैराग्राफ से? Here the writer wants to say that it is a imagination and personification that writer said that Mahmud had died and now he had free from materialistic life, and he personified his life with struggle of life, and now he could fly freely high in the sky just like a kite. So students, यहाँ पे राइटर वो क्या कहना चाह रहा है कि जो महमूद है वो भी अपनी लाइफ से क्या हो चुका है? फ्री हो चुका है. जैसे स्काई में पतंग टूटने के बाद क्या हो जाती है? फ्री मूव करती है. उसी तरीके से. So students, I hope you will understood this chapter with the help of video. Thank you students. Have a nice day.